Hi friends, whenever we talk about beauty, do we give preference to outer beauty or inner beauty? As far as youngsters are concerned, mostly they give preference only to outer beauty but not inner beauty. But once we have to understand that outer beauty is short-lived, it may live for 10 years or 20 years, but inner beauty lives forever. It gives us permanent bliss. When outer beauty gives us happiness only for few years. Once there was a king and he had a son, and the prince was not looking handsome. He was very ugly with dark in complexion, squinty eye, pug nose, and he was not at all attractive. But his marriage should be performed. Then the king called the prince and said, "Now you reach the age of getting married. I will find a girl for you." For that, he said, which girl will like to marry me? So I don't want to get married. For that, the king said, "No, you have to get married. We need to have a successor." For that, he said, "Okay, I will get married, and in my imagination there is a girl, and I will draw the picture of the girl. I will make the statue of the girl, what sort of girl I would like to marry." And he had skills in many aspects, 64 skills of arts he had. So he made a beautiful girl with mud and wanted to marry the girl who had same features like the statue. Then how can they get such girl according to his imagination? For that, anyway, let us try. The king thought and called a painter and asked him to paint the picture of the statue. Exactly the same, because mud statue means it is dark in complexion. So in picture we can bring the fairness and all. So he portrayed the picture in such a way with good features and all. And then search began. There was a king and he had 7 daughters. The eldest daughter almost looked like the statue which was made by the prince. Then the painter had informed the same thing to that king. King said, okay, he showed that the girl's photograph to the prince. The prince was impressed by her beauty and agreed. But he said, "See, suppose if that girl doesn't like me and if she insults me, what can I do?" For that, the king said, during daytime you don't appear to her, and during night time, just you switch off the lights and all. You impress her with all your inner talents. You can impress her. You know everything. You can sing. You are a good singer. You can play the flute so well, and you have all skills. So you can exhibit those skills without appearing in front of her. Same thing was happening. That's what happened. It was going on, and one day the princess servant maid had taken leave. In her place, some other girl had come. That girl was not impressive. She was dark in complexion. When she had taken water, milk or something for the queen, for the princess said, "You look so dark in complexion. Why did you come?" She couldn't even bear her appearance. Then the girl thought, what is this? When she was not able to see my face, how is she able to be with her husband who was very ugly? She thought, and this was spread to everyone. And everyone injected something in her mind that the prince was not handsome. Later she came to know that the prince was not handsome. He started blaming everyone. She blamed the king, she blamed the prince and everybody, and even her father. She blamed everybody and thought, I can't stay here, I will come back. Saying so, she went back to her kingdom. But the king thought, what is this? If that girl comes back to the kingdom, what happens to the other girl? Other girls, she should be model to other 6 girls. Instead, when she came back, how can I fix matches for other girls? The king was very much worried. Then the prince thought, okay, I will do something else. I will convince her to accept me as it is. Then he went, not as a prince, he went to someone like an old woman's house as an ordinary man, and he said, I can make pots and all, and you can sell those pots beautiful with beautiful paintings and all. Then he stayed there and made the pots with beautiful paintings, and one of the paintings was looking like the girl's features. Then the pot was taken to the girl. On seeing her own photograph so beautifully painted on it, she thought the prince might have come there and he might have painted it. So angrily she broke them into pieces, and he did not understand what to do, and he tried his best and then he was playing the flute, and he was everything was recorded, and when it was taken to that, when she heard the beautiful sound made by the flute and all, she guessed it was none other than her own husband came, and then he pretended to be just like an ordinary man and playing the flute. So but she was not impressed. Later, what happened? The king suddenly wanted to, he said, okay, but what about my other 6 daughters? At least I will perform marriage to my 6 daughters. Then 6 princes from other countries came and asked and attended and wanted to see those 6 girls. When they came to know that the first girl came back, they did not want to get married. When the first girl left her husband, what about the other girls? Other girls will also do the same. So they were very angry, and then they sent their soldiers and all these things were happening. The king did not know what to do, but the prince, as he knew the art of defeating all, so he knew all arts, and amongst those arts he learned how to scare the soldiers away. He knew the art of archery, everything he knew. So he fought with all other soldiers and sent them back. Then he realized that the prince, how beautiful he was from inside. Outside he was not beautiful. From inside he was very beautiful, because though his own daughter came back to the palace, he did not mind, he did not take it to heart, but he fought against those soldiers. The same message was carried to the prince also. Then she thought, unnecessarily I blamed him, as he did not have physical beauty, but he had very good inner beauty. Though I insulted him in many ways, he just helped my father in this way. So that is what everybody should know, everybody should understand. Thinking so, she was ready to go back to the prince. And what about the other 6 ones? And those 6 princes who came from other countries were his own friends. The friends he asked them to play a trick, as they were from outside, they were coming from outside, and they could win the hearts of all. He also requested them to marry all 6 daughters of the king, and all 6 princes married the daughters of the king. In that way, the story ended by stating that inner beauty is more preferable than outer beauty. Outer beauty stays for short period of time, but inner beauty lives forever, and it gives us permanent bliss and happiness.